Patrymau iaith diwrnod 7, Corwen a Llangollen, uwch 2, uned 12 I 18. Day 7 language patterns. Gwneud geiriau lluosog, making plural words. Making things plural in Welsh is much more complicated than in English. There are a number of patterns and exceptions to learn. Iaith. This ending is generally used to talk about groups of people and sometimes animals. For example, Gwylltiaid cochion maddwy, y Celtiaid, y Brythoniaid, y Rhufeiniaid. It can also be used to talk about families. For example, y Tuduriaid, y Siorsiaid. You might hear people use it to talk about family friends in a light-hearted way. Y Thomosiaid, y Jonesiaid. It is also used to describe a group of people that follow a particular religion. Hinduiaid, Muslimiaid. Cristnogion, Christians, and Buddhyddion, Buddhists, are exceptions to this rule. Wir. This ending can also be used to talk about a group of people. For example, Sbaenwyr, Spanish, Almaenwyr, Germans, Llydawyr, people from Brittany. The main exceptions to this are Saeson, the English, Cymru, the Welsh, Gwyddelod, the Irish. Changing vowels. Sometimes the vowel in the singular can change when it becomes a plural version. Cloch, clychau, castell, cestyll, tŷ, tai, cwlwm, clymau, papell, pebyll, bwthyn, Diwrnod, oen, wyn, gŵr, gwir. Am, I, dros, ar gyfer, mwyn. For. The English word for doesn't translate well into Welsh. I, dros, at, am, mwyn, and ar gyfer, in certain contexts, could all be translated back into English as for. So here are a few points to consider to get the correct word in your sentence to communicate the English word for. Am. The word am in Welsh can mean for or about in English. Ysgrifennu am, writing about. Siarad am, talking about. Pryderu am, worrying about. Disgwyl am, expecting. Cyfnewid am, exchanging for. Edrych am, looking for. Gobeithio am, hoping for. Chwilio am, looking for. I. The preposition I is used with people. I mi, for me. I'r plant, for the children. Also, I is used to describe what we will have for main meals. I ginio, for lunch, dinner or tea. Dros. Dros usually means over, but sometimes can be translated as for if it's in the context of doing something for, where there's a sense that you take over. Chwarae dros Gymru, playing for Wales. Dadlau dros achos. Argue for a cause. Ateb dros ffrind. Answering for a friend. Gwneud y gwaith cartref drosto fo. Doing his homework for instead of him. Ar gyfer. Ar gyfer is used when there is a sense of to prepare for. Mae'n bwysig adolygu ar gyfer yr arholiad. It's important to revise for the exam. Bydd angen digon o fwyd ar gyfer 200. We will need enough food for 200. Mwyn. The meaning of mwyn is for the benefit of. Mae o'n dysgu Cymraeg mwyn y plant. He's learning Welsh for the children. It also can mean in order to or to have an intention to. Cododd yn gynnar mwyn dal y tren. She or he got up early in order to catch the train. A, ac, ag, gyda. Little joining words. A, ac. A is a conjunction, cysylltair, that means and. Ac is used instead of a before vowels and some other words, for example, mae, roedd, felly, fel, mewn. A causes an aspirate mutation, treiglad llais. Te a choffi, tea and coffee. Cerddwyr a theithwyr, walkers and travellers. Plant a phobl ifanc, children and young people. Cawswch chi fwyd a gwin da. You had good food and wine. Ac mi fuon ni'n ymweld. And we visited. Mi fues I ac Eryl yn Ffrainc. Eryl and I were in France. Am gueddfeydd ac eglwysi. Museums and churches. Gwin a choffi da. Wine and good coffee. A as a relative pronoun, rhag enw perthynol, can mean which or who. As a relative pronoun, a doesn't change before vowels. Dyma lun o draeth a dynes I cyn gadael. Here's a photo of a beach that I took before I left. Roedd na farchnad dda yn y dre a oedd yn gwerthu cig lleol. There was a good market in the town which sold local meat. A, ag, can be a preposition following a number of verbs which explains how something can happen by means of. A, ag, causes an aspirate mutation, treiglad llais. A changes to ag before vowels. Roedd Eryl yn pysgota a'i wialen. Eithon ni ar garafan. Buon ni, mi fuon ni'n ymweld ag amgueddfeydd. Cwrddon ni a Chymru, yn ne Cymru. Also, a, ag can be a conjunction, cysylltair. Ddim mor heulog a ddoe, not as sunny as yesterday. Yr un peth ag arfer, the same as usual. Dewch a phecyn bwyd efo chi ar y daith. Bring a packed lunch with you on the journey. Ewch ar sbirial i'r bin os gwelwch chi na. Take the rubbish to the bin, please. Gyda is a preposition that can mean with. In front of vowels, you will sometimes see gydag. Gyda causes an aspirate mutation, treiglad llais. Mae nhw wedi mynd i'r theatr gyda chriw o ffrindiau newydd. In the north, you will hear efo used in the place of gyda. However, efo doesn't cause a mutation. a. In more formal Welsh, you will sometimes see a at the beginning of a question. A glywais ti'r sŵn mawr neithiwr? Did you hear that loud noise last night? A oes heddwch? Is there peace? From the Eisteddfod ceremony. This a at the beginning of a question causes a soft mutation, treiglad meddal. In more informal Welsh, the a isn't there. However, the soft mutation, treiglad meddal, remains. Ges ti amser da? I, to. The preposition, arddodiad, I, very simply means to in the following contexts. Mynd I rywle, going to somewhere. Rhoi rhywbeth I rywun, giving something to someone. I can also be used following a number of verb nouns, berfenwau. For example, caniatáu I, gadael I rywun wneud rhywbeth. Cynnig I, dangos I, gofyn I, gorchymyn I, diolch I, llwyddo I. There are some patterns where the preposition arddodiad I runs with a pronoun. Rhaid I mi fynd. Mae'n well I ti ei ffonio fo. Mae angen I ni drafod mater eitha cymhleth. Mwyn I ti gael ychydig o lonydd. There are some more idiomatic uses of I as well that are useful to learn. Oes modd I can be used in place of fedrwch chi or wnewch chi. Oes modd I ti ffonio Rhydian Jones y bore yma? Erbyn I, by the time. Erbyn I ti sgrifennu'r manylion? Croeso I, welcome to something or somewhere. O mae croeso I ti ddefnyddio fo swyddfa I. Mae'n iawn I. It's okay, fine, all right for. You can use mae'n iawn in two ways. Mae'n iawn I ti gael un hefyd. It's fine, all right for you to have one too. Or, mae'n iawn I ti, rwy ti'n cael cyflog uwch na fi. It's fine for you, you get a higher salary than me. Eisiau, isio I, wanting to. Mae isio I ti ei ffonio fo. Dwi isio I ti ei ffonio fo. Or, from or of. Here are some examples to learn about the use of or. Yn falch o. Happy, pleased. Dwi'n falch o weld y neuadd yn llawn ar gyfer y cyngerdd. Yn benderfynol o. Determined, resolute. Roedd Harry'n benderfynol o orffen y croesair ei bod I bron yn hanner nos. Yn dueddol o. Inclined, liable, susceptible, tend to. Mae pawb yn dueddol o adael y swyddfa'n gynnar ar ddydd Gwener. Yn siŵr o, yn sicr o, certain or sure. Roedd gwaith Morris yn ardderchog ac roedd o'n siŵl o gael marcio llawn yn y prawf. Roedd Sian yn sicr o'i ffeithiau ac yn aelod gwerthfawr o'r tîm cwiz tafarn. Sometimes or comes at the beginning of an expression as well.